Hi there, Jeff here from the Wetsuit Centre, talking to you today about the Billabong Revolution 3-2 summer wetsuit for summer coming up 2015. So Billabong Revolution has been a suit which they've tinkered around with a lot over the last sort of like 5 years really, but it has stayed as a kind of a mid-range wetsuit that seems to be primarily more about flexibility. So lots of big panels of neoprene, minimal seams, really good quality super stretch neoprene running the whole way through, and a lot about design as well. There's sort of like a lot of sort of design innovation with the Billabong Revolution series. So lots of quirky things they've done in the past, and this year they're kind of going with this whole one cuff thing which they carried on through from the winter. So you can have a little look at that. Comes in a few different styles, but if we come a little bit closer, basically we've got it in that kind of like fluoro colour and that sort of marl textured piece on the arm there, which is kind of nice, subtle, not too much, but I think everyone likes a little bit of colour in summer months. So it does look good. So I'll run through some of the features of the Revolution. As I say, it's a mid-range wetsuit, so not the most expensive, but not the most cheap. Not the cheapest, sorry. And it is primarily all about the flexibility. So you can see, as I said before, big panels of neoprene. On the lower body you've got the 3mm of neoprene, which tends to be what you need for UK summer. So kind of right from May, kind of mid-May, right the way through to sort of October time or beyond if your tolerance for the cold is good. So 3mm on the lower body, one big panel. You don't get any of the smooth skin panelling here because obviously that creates more seams, which creates more restriction. So one big piece of neoprene through the centre here, which is the Super Stretch AX2 neoprene, which Billabong use. Really lightweight and supple. And the same around the back. No smooth skin. What you do get is just big panels of neoprene, no bum seam, all the way through, just to create loads of movement through the suit, and also make it very flexible and sort of dynamic range of movement, which is also helped by the shape of the seams. So even the seam across the lumbar region here is arced to make sure that when you're leaning forward and backwards you don't feel any restriction, which is particularly good if you're surfing where you arch your back when you paddle, and that's the same around the top there as well. This panel on the inside, I do believe there's a bit of thermal lining, which I'll show you when I turn the suit inside out. But primarily, yep, just really good quality neoprene the whole way through. Loads of flexibility, loads of stretch, and no restriction. A few little things they've thrown in this year as well. You get like the embossed back of the leg here, which is basically a few bits of an indentation into the back of the knee, which again just promotes more flexibility through the knee. How much you'd notice that is pretty debatable, but at the end of the day, yeah, it can only help with movement. A little bit of logoing on the back of the calf here, and then on the inside of all the seams you get these sort of like taping just to make sure that the suit doesn't rip apart. The suit is glued and blind stitched, as you can imagine, so which basically means that the suit is stitched halfway through from the outside and then glued on the inside just to make sure it's sealed and doesn't let any water in, which is what you'd want from a technical or a decent quality summer wetsuit. And then again a bit of the taping just to make sure the seams don't pull apart. Okay. One thing that Billabong do as well, they do like a pinched cuff, which is really comfy. It's a really thin cuff basically, which means that creates a better sort of bond with your wrist, and you get that around the neck as well in some of the suits, but not on this particular one. So you do get something you do get with this is that dipped neck around there, so it goes underneath your Adam's apple. You get wrapped around the back as well, and it is really good for comfort because when you're moving your head back and forward, it just again promotes a bit more comfort and flexibility and sort of nice range of movement. Smooth skin on the inside of the collar, which is just like the smooth neoprene, which stops you getting rubbing or rashing, but also sticks to your neck better, so you get more of a seal. The suit itself is a chest zip. Really nice chest entry system. You can see from the shoulder, from the arm upwards really, right to the top of the chest, there's one panel across the whole top there, and what that does, it allows the suit to move over the top of the shoulder completely unrestricted, and the same underneath as well. So the seams are really cleverly placed with this suit, which means that you get loads of flexibility and loads of movement throughout the whole suit. It's the same on the other side as well. The most important place not to have any seams is across the top of the shoulders, because that's the most amount of movement you get with pretty much any water sport. The chest zip itself, you get the straight piece of straight zip straight across. A little bit trickier to get in and out of the chest zips, but as I said before, when you've got a suit which is all about flexibility and performance, it's nice to have that chest zip because it frees up the whole back panel. You don't have a zip, gives you a bit more broader range of movement in the back as well. So the chest zip goes up and over the top of the wetsuit. It's actually sewn over the top. The inside of the suit is here, meaning that any water that does come in through the collar, instead of going straight into the suit, it goes into the chest entry system and is then drained out through these drain holes at the bottom here. Okay. Suit opens up nice and wide because there's two sort of panels of neoprene, and it makes it easy to get in and out of once you sort of turn the suit down a little bit, turn it inside out. On the knees, you've got the standard Crypto or Duraflex knee pads, which I'll show you, which is basically just a really strong, robust material which won't wear through. So if you're surfing and you duck dive with your knee, or if you're windsurfing and you're sort of getting up on using your knees a lot, then it's a particularly sort of useful feature. So what I'm going to do, turn the suit inside out. In terms of pricing of the suit, then you're talking between sort of late hundreds really, sort of getting up towards the £200 mark, but that's it. Really good quality neoprene, chest entry system, and on the inside you've got some thermal lining as well, you've got furnace lining, so you get a huge amount of technology for your money. And in a 3-2 like this, you can be expecting to wear it probably in May, I'd say, in the UK, once the water temperature gets up into sort of solid double figures, and then right the way through to kind of October. Really, majority of the year you can wear a suit like this, but it all depends on your sort of tolerance for the cold. So, to turn the suit inside out, you can have a little look here. It's made up of essentially 2 different colours of neoprene. This grey sort of stuff is the really sort of flexible AX2 neoprene, which I mentioned before. Loads of stretch through that, and you get loads of the taping on the inside of the Billabong suits as well, just to reinforce the seams. Not so much on the arms because you need more flex, but on the middle part of the body and lower down, get it the whole way through pretty much, which is a really nice touch and will give a longer shelf life to the suit and also keep water out a bit better as well. Not so comfortable against the skin, I say a flat taping, but it is going to be very, very durable. So that's that lightweight jersey. On the inside of this, actually, it's hard to sort of like convey this on the camera, but it's almost like a polypro material on the inside of just the actual lycra. It's really, really fluffy and soft, the Billabong lycra, which is a nice little touch and does make the suit feel good when you try them on. But the biggest sort of feature on the inside of the suit is this furnace thermal heat retaining lining, and basically it's just a really tightly woven polypro fabric which is non-absorbent, dries really, really quickly, and also traps warm air as it leaves your body. And that's pretty much through the whole core of the wetsuit, around the lumbar, right down the legs, and that's going to give you loads of additional heat retention within the suit, keeping you in the water for longer and allowing you to wear the suit through a broader part of the year. So that's everything pretty much going on. You get a key stash pocket on the inside of the chest zip there, so you can keep any non-electronic key inside the suit, and then any part on the inside of the suit is again, which is particularly prone to pulling apart, it's just taped and then liquid taped over the top. So Billabong paying loads of attention to quality and durability, which maybe they didn't do sort of 5 or 6 years ago, and so the suits are really sort of competing with the best that everyone else is doing, and really nice quality suits which once you try on, they do feel super soft and comfy. So the Revolution is a great summer wetsuit for summer 2015.